Our great nation is celebrating its 59th anniversary of independence. How well do you know your nation? Can you recite either the national pledge or the national anthem? Let's hear your view. We're going back to the streets right here at the entrance gate of Yaba Tech. Let's hear what the people have to say. Please come along.
Independence means freedom.
Freedom. Are you sure? Is Nigeria free presently?
We are not free.
Independence, to me, I feel independence simply means when you are not dependent on something. Like when you are self-reliant, you believe in yourself, you can stand on your own. That's what independence means. So if looking at it, like, okay, using Nigeria as an for a case studies, Nigeria is independent maybe because we are not depending on another nation. That's what it means to be independent.
Okay, but to you now, we are still exporting goods. We are not producing. Can you say we are dependent?
Uh, I, for the fact that we're exporting goods does not mean, or importing goods does not really mean that because some people also export from us to their country. So we cannot say that, okay, Nigeria is not independent. Nigeria is independent. Nigeria is not dependent on any other country. To me, that's how I see it.
Okay. Okay, but politically, can you say we are free?
Politically, no. I will not say that politically. I don't think we are free because to me, I feel we have issues with our leaders. To me, that's what I feel because when you go to most of these federal ministries, you get to know what I'm talking about. I feel we have issues with our leaders.
Okay, before you go, the last question, please, can you recite the second stanza of the national anthem for us?
That's O God of creation, guide our noble call, guide our leaders right, never you know true no, with love and honest, free to go and live in trust and.
What does independence means to you?
Okay, independence, in my own view, is that period where Nigeria itself collected its own liberation. And to me as a person, I feel it's my own kind of freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah, freedom of speech, freedom to do, to vote, be voted for, freedom to do, as in to own a country of my own. But generally speaking, independence is free for all.
Okay, within you, can you say Nigeria is free? Because as it is right now, we are still depending on importing and exporting goods. How can you justify that?
I would say like Nigeria is a long way short from a proper independence. Because the real truth of the matter is we are still under colonization, whether we like it or not. We find out that foreigners, forget the British right now, Chinese, America are still the one controlling our economy. We don't have a say of our own, and corruption has risen so deep into our whatever. So Nigeria is way, way, way far from independence.
Okay, please, before you go, can you recite the second stanza of the national anthem for us?
Okay, I'll try. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youths the truth to know, with love and honesty to grow and live in just and true. Great lofty heights attained to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign.
Independence, it's freedom.
It's freedom.
Yes.
So within you, can you say Nigeria is free?
At this present age, present time, with the way things are going, I don't think we are. I don't think we are.
We say Nigeria is independent. It means Nigeria is gaining freedom, and I can say is the best thing.
Okay, so do you feel Nigeria is really free?
Not really. We are not free because there are many things, many loopholes. So we are not free.
Um, in my own case, I'll say no, not that free. We are free, but not that free.
Okay, in what sense?
In the sense that although we are actually free from the British people, but according to my own understanding, we might be free from them, but we are not free from our leaders. Like due to the rate of corruption and some other things like that. I won't actually say we are free, but maybe I can say we are free from the British people. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. If you say we are free and not very free,
Yeah.
okay, what do you hope to see in the future of Nigeria?
Oh, I'm hoping to see a lot of things.
Like,
Like, let's say, maybe, how would I put it? Like, our leaders. I'm hoping to see a better change in them so that they can impact more things into the life of the youth. Then also, maybe like giving us skills, like engaging, giving us programs, and also employment and some other.
okay, from all that you've said, you've made a very valid point. How well do you know Nigeria?
I know Nigeria now. Since I was brought up and bred in Nigeria, so I actually know Nigeria.
Do you know the national anthem?
The national anthem, yes, of course.
Okay, which of the stanza do you know?
I think I know the first stanza and a God of creation. Is that a God of creation? I think the second stanza. I actually know two stanzas, yeah.
Okay, so can you recite the second one?
The second one. Okay. Um, oh God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow and live in just and truth. Great lofty heights attain to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign.
Basically, the only thing I understand is holiday for me. At least I don't get to go to school today, like this stress school today. So since it's a public holiday, so I have to stay at home. And if not that I came to get something from there now, I should be home.
My question is, if they say independence, aside from Nigeria celebrating independence, what does it mean? The word independence, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, opposite of independence is when you're being dependent on something. So it means when you're not dependent or when you can be on your own. So that's all.
Okay, so from what you just said now, do you feel Nigeria as a nation is independent?
Mm. An independent country will be developed. So Nigeria, as today, we are underdeveloped. If you notice now of recent, like of this new government that just entered, they don't make roads now. They don't do roads. What they do is they patch. You know when your clothes get torn, that you just patch up. That's what they do. Like now at that front now, what they will do is they'll carry sand or stones, fill up the road. That's what they do. So Nigeria would not be. No,
so
they have what it takes to be, but they are not.
Okay, so in your words now, Nigeria is not independent. We are still dependent.
Yeah, we are still dependent.
Okay, so how well do you know Nigeria as a nation?
I started knowing Nigeria since after Obasanjo,
Oh, okay,
after his tenure.
okay. So let me assume you are a Nigerian.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Can you recite the national anthem or the pledge?
Okay. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity, and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God, amen.
We separated from British rule. Yeah, we left colonialism.
So, if we say independence, what does it mean to an average person when they say independent? Now, aside from the fact that we are celebrating our 59th anniversary, what does it mean to you?
Um, Lack of dependence on any other nation. We are sovereignty.
Nice. So, do you feel Nigeria is a sovereign nation?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So, how well do you know Nigeria?
I know Lagos. I know Yaba to Surulere.
Okay.
Independence is like a liberty when you gain liberty from something or when you gain liberty from someone. For example, now um, an apprentice who gains independence from his or her boss has gained liberty. So Nigeria, let me say Nigeria gained liberty from the
Colonial
British.
masters.
Yes.
Okay, wow, that's a good one. So, from your experience, do you feel Nigeria is operating as a liberated nation?
Yeah, I can say we are operating as a liberated nation, and I can also say we are not operating as a liberated nation because we like to do things for ourselves alone, most especially the leaders. We don't care about our colleagues or neighbors or friends or even people around us. We don't care about them. We just like doing things for ourselves alone. Okay, this thing, oh, it does not affect me, so let me just leave it like that. We don't mind if it affects our neighbor or not. That's the reason why I said sometimes we do as if we are liberated and sometimes we don't do as if we are not liberated.
That's a good one. Now, moving forward, what do you hope to see in the future of Nigeria as a nation?
And the future of Nigeria as a nation starts from each and every one of us. Yes, because you are not the president today doesn't mean you can't be the president tomorrow. So how do you like rule your own self today, not to talk of ruling other people tomorrow? So if you can't treat yourself well, how will you control a group of people or a country as a whole? So we just have to start from our own self. If you can work hard on ourselves, then we are good to go to change the future of Nigeria.
Thank you so much. That's a brilliant response. Okay, so how well do you know Nigeria as your nation?
I know my nation to be a good nation because we have good people and we are great. Because before you can get a lazy Nigerian, it will be difficult. Look at this woman now, she's selling pure water all because of our children or something. So we are not lazy. Even the Yahoo guys are not lazy because they don't sleep at night just to get something to eat. So I think we are good people. It's not I think we are good people and we are great people. So we just have to work harder on ourselves to get things right.
Thank you so much.
When Nigeria is just alone, when they are not being colonized by the British. That's what I know.
So when Nigeria is out of
Where they are.
colonialism.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so if we say independence, that's word independence, what does it mean to you?
When you are doing something on your own.
So, would you say that Nigeria is, probably a nation that is on its own,
Sure.
self-sufficient nation?
Yes.
Okay. So, the future of Nigeria, what do you hope to see?
The future. It should be good though. That's just
So, how well do you know Nigeria?
how well. Let me just say like 5 years ago, sha.
And when someone is independent, that means you have the capability to stand on your own. That means without much support, you can actually grow and develop.
Okay. So, do you see Nigeria as a developed country?
I'm sorry, no. The whole thing happening in Nigeria today, we can't say Nigeria is developed because a lot of unemployment everywhere. I'm not saying Nigeria developed. I think we had independence when we were not ready.
Oh,
The tribes came together just because they wanted to achieve one aim, and that aim was to let us drive these white people out of our country. They were not mentally prepared for the fact that yes, we can stay on our own. So that's part of what is affecting us today.
okay. So going forward, Nigeria tomorrow, what do you hope to see?
Yeah, I just feel the tomorrow I'm seeing, the youths are taking over, really. And I think the support we need right now is that the youth should come together. We should have a forum, where we will discuss about the next level, where we will discuss about how we are going to develop ourselves, because we are not waiting for the government any longer. Yeah. So we need to be helping ourselves now, and through entrepreneur and every other thing, financially and all.
Okay. Okay, so do you promise to play your part?
Yeah, I'm doing my part already. I have a Twitter page where I talk about real life events like matters, where we talk about youths and all, and I give my advice. Almost every day I do that. Yeah.
That's a great one. So how well do you know Nigeria as your country?
At least it's when I open my eyes. Welcome to Nigeria. Your name is Olawumi.
Okay, so can you recite any of the national anthem or the pledge? Okay, so can you recite the second standard?
All right.
Okay.
O God of creation, direct and noble cause, guide our leaders right, help you the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow and live in just and truth. Great lofty height and attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign.
It will help us.
Okay. Moving forward, as a youth, do you think youths of this nation are actually playing their part?
From that, I can say we are playing our part because we have successful youths. Like in the music industry now, it's the youth that is taking control of the industry. They can also act as a leader too. In the movie industry too, they're also trying to. So youths has the right, they can rule Nigeria also.
Okay. So how well do you know Nigeria?
Very well. I was born in Nigeria.
Okay. So can you recite any of our national anthem or pledge?
Yes.
Okay.